Hello everyone, it's been a while. I haven't posted any content to this channel. So today I'm gonna bring up to you a tutorial to create this pavilion. Let's get started. Okay, in order to create this pavilion, we need to repair two arcs. Okay, to do that, we're gonna go to Geometry, Curves, Arc by 3 points. Okay, so you see we have 3 inputs here. So now we're gonna create 3 points. Okay, let's go back to point by coordinates. Okay, first one where I'm gonna use 12,000 for X and 1,000 for Y. Okay, so now the geometry is bigger than the geometry scaling, so we need to change that to large. Okay, we have the first point here, and the second point is the origin, and we're gonna type 6,000 for Y, and the last one will be minus 12,000. Okay, so let's connect the first point, second point, and third point. Okay, now we have an arc. Next, we're gonna create an arc rises from the ground. Okay, so in order to do that, we're gonna copy these nodes into another version. Okay, now we're gonna change the XYZ value. Okay, so the first one we're gonna remove the Y. The middle point will be 6,000 for Z, and the last point will be 0 for Y. Okay, now we have two arcs. Then I'm gonna create points on the first arc. Okay, in order to do that, we're gonna go to curve point and parameter. Okay, I'm gonna create 48 points on this curve. So I'm gonna call a code block node and type 0.1 dash sharp 48. Okay, now I have 48 points. Next, I'm gonna create a cosine curve based on these points. So in order to do that, I'm gonna create a formula with a cosine. Okay, first thing I need to declare the angle. Angle A equal to 0.15 multiply by n and point number sign 48. Okay, I'm going to use a slider here, slider, integer slider. Okay, next is the important formula. Is that equal to 2000 minus 2000 multiply with math dot cosine 8. Okay, next I'm gonna shift on the points here to the z-axis direction. Okay, I'm gonna call translate geometry translation. Geometry will be point, and z translation, z is here. Okay, now I'm gonna change the integer value. Okay, I think 48 is enough. Okay, now I have the points are shifted to the z-axis, and we can create a curve along these points. Okay, to do that we're gonna call a node NURBS curve by points. Okay, okay, I have an NURBS curve here, I have an arc here. Okay, I don't need this geometry anymore, so I'm gonna hide one of them by selecting one of them and right click on the canvas, hide on geometry review. Okay, NURBS curve here and the arc here. Okay, first thing I need to do is creating points on the NURBS curve. Okay, I'm gonna call curve point. I'm gonna curve point. Okay, I'm gonna type the parameter will be 0.05 to 0.95, and the number will be 128. Okay, can I have 128 points on the NURBS curve? So we're gonna create the same points for the arc. Okay, next I'm gonna select the curve point, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, and then I change the arc to the. Okay, so we have the same points for NURBS curve right now. Next I'm gonna connect this point together. Okay, by the line node. Okay, go back to curve, look for line by start point and end point. This one. Okay, and I want to create connection curve as an arc. Okay, to do that I need to get the middle point of these lines. Okay, to get the middle point, I'm going to call point. Parameter will be 0.05. Sorry, 0.5. Okay. Next, I'm gonna translate this point to the z-axis with the value by minus 500. Okay. I'm gonna type translate minus 500. Okay. Then I'm gonna create a list of arc. Okay, to do that we're gonna call the arc by 3 points again. This one, first point here, third point here, and the middle point is the geometry translate. Okay, so I'm gonna hide the line. Okay, so now we have a half of the pavilion. Okay, next step we're gonna create a geometry along these curves. Okay, we're gonna use the method that solid by sweep. Okay, to create solid by sweep we will go to solid by sweep here. We're gonna use the circular profile. So in order to do that we're gonna create a plane on the curve. So we're gonna call curve plane, and next circle by plane radius. Okay, I'm gonna use 100 for the radius. Okay, circle is the profile and path is the arc. Okay, you see we have the first solid here. Okay, we use the same method for the north skirt. Where is not the north skirt? This one. Okay, go back to this one. Disconnected the curve and connect the curve to the curve point, the curve to the curve point. Sorry. I'm gonna copy curve plane, solid by sweep, and circle by plane radius. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, disconnected. Disconnect the curve plane and the path of the solid. Okay, change it by the north skirt. Okay, so for the arc in the middle I'm going to use the same but in different radius. Okay, Ctrl C and Ctrl V here. Okay, do it again. Disconnect curve, path, radius will be 50, 25 I think. Okay. And next I'm gonna mirror the list of arcs and the nerve curve via the plane XZ. Okay. In order to do that I'm gonna call the plane XZ. Okay. And mirror. Geometry will be the solid by sweep, and the mirror plane is the plane XZ. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same for the knob skirt. This is the solid for the knob skirt, so connect this one to this one. Okay, now I have the pavilion here. Okay, use this one, this one, this one. And this one. this one, and this one. I think this one will be also in the list. Okay, we're gonna use the list join node. Okay, let's change the execution bar to run to menu. Okay, this one, this one, this one. Next, I'm gonna import this geometry into Revit by import instance by geometries. Run. Okay, go back to 3D review. You see I have geometry here. Okay, thanks everyone.